Nothing quite defines a season like seizing an opportunity. The opportunity that comes when the #1 team in the country comes into your house and you have an opportunity to stake your claim to one of those coveted playoff positions. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Tigers ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return.
Bro. Offense in a split backfield. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Out of the gun to give to the back. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. He's got it in more than enough for a first down. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing the second.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the fourth down.
Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. They're throwing for it on fourth down. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Hey, at this point of the game, fourth and short, no problem going for it. Fourth and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
Looking downfield on first down. Rushes on him. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And they get a sack there from the linebacker position. There you have it, the linebacker U. This is Penn State defense as we know it. LeVar Arrington, Micah Parsons, Navarro Bowman, Sean Lee. Every year it seems like they're pumping another dude into the NFL, and this guy has a chance to be the next one.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On his feet at the 40. Turns it on down the left side. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Tight end now in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. With jet sweep pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Offense changing the play. Wants to throw it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Fires on the move. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Ball sitting right at the 50-yard line, and they'll go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They'll try the run. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
To run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. That's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands. Just so.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He throws back to the left. That could be risky. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Trying to escape and get it himself. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop, turn it over to their offense.
Quarterback making adjustments. He'll start this drive firing. He's going for the big play. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. Play of the period, 1st down here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but, man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian Wilkins in the defensive front. Those big boys that could get after the quarterback, that played relentless. Those guys really set the tone and set the foundation for Clemson and big-time success.
Might be calling a hot route. To the air on 2nd down. He rifles one deep down the right side. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
They kept him out of the end zone, but not before he gets it to the 1-yard line, and it'll be 1st and goal.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing up.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone. It's Irvin. He doesn't get it back to the 25. He's out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th
continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Army has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since they parachuted the ball into Michie Stadium, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 4 over Eastern Michigan. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, Penn State is known for its defense, right? Tough, physical, they can stop the run, and they can get after the quarterback, and they do it from the linebacker position. You think about the legacy this school has had at that spot. This guy right here, he fits into exactly what they want a linebacker to be. The ability to get after the QB is a big part of that.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Picks up the first down. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Clemson. He got a step and just dusted the field. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And he puts through the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he capped things off with an 84-yard thrilling race to the end zone. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Quarterback may change this route. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Looking to the big tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Breaks the tackle. Across the 25, he's got room. Brought down at the 26 after a 15-yard pickup. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. They'll ride the hot hand. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Second down, he'll throw it. He rifles one deep to the left. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, they hoped up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere. An absolute ball.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Finds his tight end. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target for his quarterback on the move, and that really helped them pick up that first.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Wants to go up top on first down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, I think they were really hoping they'd go in at halftime and get this guy settled down and find a rhythm for him. That has not been the case, though. We're here in the second half. He's just 1 for 7 throwing the football and throws another incompletion. You're really scratching your head now if you're the offensive coordinator because you are digging deep into your playbook trying to find a completion for this guy.
Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on third down. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. They punt it away on fourth down. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. To the air on first down. Makes the grab on the left. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Grab behind the line. It's Peters. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking for a deep man. He's got it at the 20. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Irvin. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Caught in the backfield, it's Barry. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. Pulls and fires complete. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Barry. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. They'll try to get the first through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a fourth down.
defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on fourth down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
What a big stop for this defense in the second half around midfield. You can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big fourth down stop.
From the gun, give on the inside. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Nittany Lions just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's...
Touchdown, Penn State! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
Well, the quarterback had the matchup he wanted. His big tight end with that wingspan working against that defender in the end zone. Man, that QB will take that matchup all day.
And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Colorado is taking on the form of its beloved Ralphie. They are running a wing with this one behind an offense that's firing on all cylinders.
Touchdown, Tigers. Special teams proving to be special. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. What a return that one was. 95 yards. He took it back for 6. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Moves around to clear up the vision. Makes the catch. It's Peters. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And that's why this QB's speed is such an asset. He can use it to his advantage, buy himself time to make a nice throw down the field.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Makes the grab. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team...
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last round.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
These old Burners are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. Creates a little room. Gets it past the marker. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a 1st down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Going to try to get it himself. Got some room headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
When you have scrambling quarterbacks, you got to have a spot. You got to have somebody in the middle of the field. Everybody's playing coverage, but that guy's job is to focus on the quarterback and make sure he doesn't scramble.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He wants to change this route. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity, on 4th down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the 2nd half to build on your 2 possession.
And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. Been on the ground for these 2 guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Makes the grab. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. The Tigers want to move quickly. Wants to throw on 3rd. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Clemson! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever. Makes the catch on the left. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Wants to go up top on first down. He turns that loose down the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
On the direct snap, it's Fox. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Makes the grab. He gets it inside the 40, but he'll be stopped at the 39. Not quite enough to move the sticks, and it's fourth down.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense, too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up fourth down.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Here comes the heat. Complete in the middle. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Nittany Lions are on the move. To the air on first down. Firing to the right, complete. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. The Nittany Lions will snap it on first and 10. Gives it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds his man. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the end zone. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Sends it back in motion. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He gets it up to the 17 before being wrestled out of bounds.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Looking to take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that's why that guy plays DB and not wide receiver. DBs generally don't have as good of hands as wide receivers. That ball should have been picked off on 3rd down. Come on, man. That could have been a pick 6.
He'll field the punt. He gets a block. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of...
Turning it on! Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. This offense has it with really good field position. Got it behind the line. It's Irvin. Running through contact. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all 3 phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and can...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be call is. What a huge call there. They had the turnover. Instead, the roughing the passer call takes it all away. So they'll get a fresh set of downs thanks to that roughing the passer penalty. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
Ready to try the point after. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. A sensational grab down the field there.